there can be very obvious examples of racial abuse, etc., where people are called names or abused in a variety of different ways in relation to their colour or background, for example.
When you've been selected out of a group for maybe the way that you look or something about you.
And people beginning to suspect the different religion, people with different gender, disability.
It's not one group of people, it's not one part of the community. It can be absolutely anybody.
And hate crime itself is massively diverse. I mean, to me, it encompasses everything that is using sort of your stereotype.
Hurting or upsetting a person based on their, sexuality, gender, ethnicity, ability, age.
Some people are targeted for their faith, for their appearances, for their culture, for their sexual orientation, and invariably they become victims of hate.
Hate crime is prejudice or malice against people who are of a different religion or race or sexuality or gender to yourself.
As anything where someone treats you in a way that you feel is fueled by aggression or hostility towards you because of your race, your ethnicity, your gender preference, your sexuality.
Persecuted, hurt for what they believe in, what they look like, kind of whether that's the colour of their skin, the colour of their hair, kind of whether they're a goth, whether they're gay, straight, all sorts of quite a few different things, just somebody being different from somebody else.
Against with young people as well, just about the way they dress, what kind of music they like, who they associate with, and transgender people as well.
Name calling, I don't suppose is actually a crime, but it causes such distress. Physical attack because of your ethnicity, your sexuality, your sexual orientation, whether you're trans, whether you're disabled.
It impacts on people in lots of different ways, but mainly, there's a genuine fear there, an uncomfortableness, and it doesn't help with integration. People tend to stick to their own groups, and it's very divisive.
But there may be more insidious ways where perhaps they just simply ignore people. They don't speak to them. They might be their next door neighbours, but they don't speak to them.
I think it can have a devastating effect on people and on communities as well. I think that there are ripples to this, that if you are a victim of this, then it may well lead to different health problems.
And the impact of it we see day to day in general practice. We see people coming in with stress, with mental health problems related to things that have been happening to them in the community, and the impacts can be absolutely massive.
It can be devastating to individuals. It can prevent them being part of society. They can isolate themselves because of this abuse. In some cases, some extreme cases, it can even be depression or suicidal.
I mean, we know there's been a lot of cases where people have almost been targeted, they've been bullied, and it's almost led them to be suicidal.
Quite far-reaching issues it can have on people, kind of somebody's mental health.
People can feel, losing sleep over it, genuine fear of their own safety, and can be quite isolating, really.
Live in fear, unhappy, and unwilling to participate in general life.
I say it can affect their whole life. If it's within work, it could stop them going to work. Like I say, if it's in and about where the home life is, it could stop them going out and just doing everyday things, from going to the local supermarket, etc.
We've got a great diverse society in Oldham, and we should use that as a strength, and it's a characteristic of our society.
I think it's creating the opportunities where people will engage with each other. An opportunity that we really took advantage of within Chadderton was around a small pocket park and the development of that pocket park within a mixed community.
Bringing people together regularly through activity, be it going to the gym or at the school gates or through clubs or parents groups or parent toddler groups, you know, all that daily interaction changes our perceptions of each other.
And it is by educating everybody about what different things, you know, the different communities can bring, but also what they're actually about.
There's lots of things that can divide us, but there's lots of things that unite us as well. We're all the same inside. It doesn't matter. We all want to treat each other with respect, just be tolerant of people's differences and celebrate the differences as well as what we've got in common.
We bring people together by holding a festival of light once a year. It's in December, it's around the time when Christmas is celebrated by majority of the people in Oldham, but also around that time the Hindu community celebrates Diwali. The Muslim community celebrates Eid and the Jewish community celebrates Hanukkah.
The celebration of food, culture, similarities as well as difference, which prompted a huge attendance.
It's when we're segregated and we're not seeing each other, seeing any difference, you know, just seeing people that look like me all the time and that only have my experience, that's what creates the hate and that's what creates the division.
People are not born racist. They are all born as one.
If you are suffering from hate crime, don't suffer in silence. If you can't get to a reporting centre, then at least share it with somebody.
Where they feel they have been subject to hate crime, they should report it to the police. I mean, of course, they can, report it to the council, us as councillors, and other relevant authorities.
I think there's different ways they can report it. I mean, obviously the police is the first port of call, but you can also report it online through the various websites.
Community centres and schools that are hate reporting centres.
Third sector groups and things, and mention it to them to see how best you think it is to proceed and so on.
There's also going directly to the police, and there's great community police officers about.
Sometimes it's about finding somebody that you feel comfortable with. The ward councillors, for example, are able to report hate crime.
You can report hate crime to the police. Somebody that you trust can help you out to find somewhere safe to report it, or Stop Hate UK can help.
They can go to the police. They can go if they are working, they can go to their bosses. They can talk to their colleagues. And then if they have their friends, they can talk to their friends.
The Chadderton Wellbeing Centre is an obvious place. The Crosley Centre is an obvious place. Well, housing associations, I think, are certainly able and willing to support people who wish to report hate crimes. First Choice Homes, for example, all the registered social landlords will be very positive in addressing that particular kind of issue.
You can contact the police to report it. You can report it on True Vision, Stop Hate Crime UK.
There's lots of help and groups out there as well with regards to hate crime. Also, if you're out and about and see your local officers, then it can be reported to them, and I'm sure they'll be of assistance.
আপনি আপনার পরিবার অথবা আপনার পরিচিত অপরিচিত কেউ যদি হেট ক্রাইমে আক্রান্ত হন, আপনি রিপোর্ট করতে পারেন স্থানীয় পুলিশ প্রশাসন অথবা স্টপ হেট এজেন্সির কাছে অথবা অন্যান্য এজেন্সির কাছে যারা হেট ক্রাইম প্রতিরোধে সমাজে কাজ করে থাকে।
Stop Hate UK is doing an excellent job, and they have a free phone number that is confidential, and if you've been victim of hate crime, call them and report it.
Let's end hate crime together.
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 আসুন সম্মিলিতভাবে হেট ক্রাইম প্রতিরোধ করি।
Let's end hate crime together.